Okay, recording. Good, good. Yeah, I'm doing this for the second time, and I kind of freaked out yesterday because I got the video, I played it, and yeah, there was no volume, so I'm like, oh shit, I just talked for like 50 minutes and nothing recorded. But no, it's I just figured out something about a codec, the media codec. I played it on VLN and that worked. So yeah, uploaded to YouTube, Spotify, all that kind of thing, and yeah, so it's a go. We're good. So hey y'all, welcome to Gabe's Nutritional Health Ramblings. Today I'm not sure what to talk about. Like every other day, I just come on here, speak, ramble, then I just name whatever I talked about later on. So I guess for today, right? I was kind of thinking about one topic, immunosuppression, but really that might be for another time. I want to do a lot more research on this because I thought about writing a book. Everyone thinks about writing a book, right? But let's be honest, they're all kind of fucking boring. There's a keto book, this carnivore book, that vegan, this vegetarian, that. I mean, it's all been done before. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to make sure it has something unique, something different, something people never really thought about. And so, if I'm talking about detox and I'm understanding the body as systems, really, I'm probably just going to write a book on immunosuppression. You know, I'm looking at drugs on TV, and the side effects are crazy. It's like, oh, if you take this drug, it makes you weaker, weak immune system. I'm like, that's not good, right? Take this drug, you might shit yourself. That's not good. Take this drug, you're gonna get bleeding in your perineum, which is like the gooch, you know, that part between your privates. So that's a weird part to just be bleeding for no reason. I don't know why they think that's cool or okay, or why they think it's fine. I just think it's crazy. And because I told you all these side effects, it's okay. You could take a drug that might change your life forever. So yeah, might write a book about that. Immunosuppression and how herbs to an extent can do that. How shutting down detox can also do that. Because if we're not aware of things that might be detrimental to our health, and we're doing things thinking they're healthy, then maybe we were kind of shooting ourselves in the foot. And yeah, at some point, I'm gonna talk about this, write a book about this. But before I do that, I need to do very thorough research. So at some point in the future, I might stop doing podcasts for a while. I might stop doing a lot of social media stuff for a while. Focus on clients and focus on writing a book. And that'll just be my one masterpiece. I don't really see myself being a book writer. I love writing, don't get me wrong. Like writing, citing, putting research studies together. It's kind of my thing. In college, I was on for that. But yeah, I mean, it needs to be a good book, very thorough, researched. Because not only people get on my case and I do a bad job, if I do a good job, it's going to be a great job. It's going to be an amazing job, right? Because whatever you do, you should put total effort into it. Put all your eggs in that one basket because you're going to care more about that. As if you split it and you fragment your focus, then nothing's good, right? Where was the focus? So, importantly, let's get on to business. I was thinking today, right? JFK Jr. is running for president, right? RFK Jr. My apologies. Uh, yeah, he's completely jacked. He looks good, but he's not naturally jacked. For an older man, he looks great, right? But I have a problem with people taking TRT, right? Testosterone replacement therapy, and yeah, they look good on the outside, but inside, are they suffering? Because one thing I noticed is when a certain disease, a virus, hit, right, there's a lot of healthy people, quote unquote healthy, right? You know, like healthy, just dropping like fucking flies, and I don't know, it just sparked my interest. I just like, this guy looks like Adonis, right? Chiseled, like all these different, health gurus, influencers, right? This little virus came, some were impacted, some were not impacted. But my point being, right, if you were a apparently healthy person, right, and this is without any underlying conditions, why would you just drop dead? But really, because a lot of people didn't drop dead, right? Like 99% of people didn't drop dead. It was mostly old people, but that was like the majority. But concerningly is the health gurus, the bodybuilder looking guys, right? The guys that are always in the gym. Why do they croak first? And these are some people that were, you know, natural, no steroids, but they were doing something wrong. Or they just low fat, high carb, cutting, really low muscle mass. Because whatever happened to them, it just tanked. And so this will be a kind of two-part kind of thing, right? A talk on testosterone and a talk on the way your body looks, right? You could be the most ripped-looking motherfucker, Arnold Schwarzenegger-looking kind of guy, but if you don't have your diet right, your nutrition right, yeah, I mean, you're gonna get your ass kicked by a little illness, right? Little virus, little anything, right? If you're truly not healthy and the virus kicks your ass, then you got to work on your immune system, right? Your immune health, I think of as synonymous with detox. You got to kill it to get rid of it. When you have crap in your body, you got to get rid of it. You know, it's always the immune system working, whether it's the white blood cells, the phagocytes, all them kind of things, the T cells, the B cells. They all play their part to get rid of things from your body, whether you're toxic or not. But more on this later. But I want to kind of talk about, a pseudo, right? Fake, being fake, right? If someone works out a lot and they're ripped, big muscles, big strong, maybe they were blessed with good genetics like Schwarzenegger. Like I tell people, right? If you go to the gym and you're lifting weights, don't worry, you're not going to be a Schwarzenegger looking guy, right? You just do not have the physique, right? Some people are born and blessed with physiques. You look at Schwarzenegger in high school, he did not look like he belonged in high school. He looked like an older, bigger guy, right? But he was, you know, a young guy, a teenager, right? So people make fun of like you watch a high school movie, it's a bunch of grown adults playing, you know, teenagers. That's kind of like Schwarzenegger, you know. Some people just they look like that, right? Some people look older, some people look younger. Depends, right? Our physique, our genetics. That does in fact play a role in how we look. So I inherited my frame from my father, and he was a skinny guy, so I could be a bodybuilder, and I'll never look like Schwarzenegger or Dorian Yates or any of those guys, right? So, there's a point where you're gonna be happy with your body, right? I got tiny forearms, right? Some people have it jacked. I got tiny hands, right? But hey, whatever, right? We're born with the cards we have, and we deal with the cards we have. But it's not a problem because as long as you're healthy, looking great, right? It's important, right? But don't take looking great over the quality of your life because people do that a lot, right? They look at a bodybuilder like, yeah, I'm shredded and all this stuff, and it's like, but you're unhealthy, man. You have all these problems behind the scenes. My problem in today's culture, especially with my generation, is the whole dumb bullshit with the fake it till you make it kind of thing. If you fake it till you make it, then you're a fraud. You're a big fraud. If you had to fake who you are or what you were to people on the internet, then you were never true to yourself. Always be true to yourself because I think these people truly do have imposter syndrome. If you're not a fake it till you make it kind of person, you do the grind, you educate yourself, you do research, you get some clients, get your feet wet, all that kind of things, right? Then that's awesome, right? It's beautiful. It's amazing because you're tempering yourself as a person. But beware of people that are health gurus on the internet. Some are just horrible. Some are cool. I don't call out names because I don't need to be that kind of guy. I believe people are smart enough in our current day to discern, right? Discernment's important, right? Some people suck. Some people are great. Some people are great actors. But again, we listen, we get advice, we try advice. It works, doesn't work. We move on. That's part of life, right? We truly don't know until we know. But going back to TRT, RFK Jr. takes TRT, Joe Rogan takes TRT. These are big voices in the world currently. And I want to tell people, beware of TRT. Did you know TRT can give you blood clots, like in your brain? They don't really talk about that as a side effect. There's always side effects with whatever you do, right? If you take TRT and you act like you're fine, you're not fine. Something happened in your physiology of your body's function that give you low testosterone, right? And we could go on all day about why you get low testosterone. And let me tell you why. Diets. Diets are very important. You have a crappy junk food diet full of seed oils, full of fast food, full of, name your poison. Pick any poison. Whether you're like, I don't know, chocolate bars, whether you're like big bag of chips, whether you're like sodas from aluminum cans. There's always going to be something in there that's detrimental to your health, right? So I'm kind of gonna center this for men, right? Because men care more about their testosterone, and we should. We have the lowest testosterone in quite a while, right? Our grandpa had above 800, above 1,000 testosterone naturally, not even trying, just normally living their life. Nothing special, no biohacking, no intense supplementation of Duracif tribulus, no Mucuna, you know, none of that stuff to give people, right? Like there's a lot of these things, right? Take L-arginine for bigger wiener, that kind of dumb stuff, you know. And don't fall prey to this. Ginkgo biloba for blood flow. That's more for your brain, but okay. Sure, I guess it'll help your wiener maybe. But again, right? If you want more testosterone, you want better health function for your reproductive system as a man, don't listen to people that take TRT because they put a band-aid over the solution. The solution is often the hardest solution, and it's often the most simplest. But we live in a current day world where everyone wants to biohack everything. You know, take a little pill and you're magically fixed. You'll get your TRT shot and you're magically a man. No, man, like that's cheating. You can't cheat nature. I mean, you cheat nature, there's side effects. That's just kind of the way I see things, right? People go and they take drugs, for a symptom or an illness. Again, not a doctor. I'm an NTP. I can't cure, treat, diagnose people. Always gotta disclaim that because I don't want to get in trouble. But I can talk about physiology and what may happen to people that do certain things. So TRT, blood clots, not good. You might die. You have, what was it, 100 times, 1,000 more times of getting a blood clot when you take TRT or something like that. That's crazy numbers. So, men, if you want to get TRT therapy, maybe you should get it if you had an accident, you lost your gonads, and you need your testosterone, right? But men, if you're a normal guy and you could produce your testosterone, then let's work on naturally raising it up. You got to get your levels up. And first, like I talked about, right? If you know me, you see my podcast, you've heard it all. I'm always going to talk about liver health. Liver health is the most important, vital thing ever. It's the bouncer. It goes through the liver. Everything goes through the liver, right? It's the main pipe you can't avoid. Everything you eat will go through the liver. Anything you put on your skin will go through the liver. The liver's quite amazing. It's a really amazing organ. But because it does so much, you got to worry. Is there a point where it gets overburdened? And I think it does get overburdened after a while, right? I don't think the body was meant for a toxic world like we live in, full of pollution and whatnot. But getting to the point, right? We're centered on testosterone, centered on men for this episode. Episode 12, I think, right? Damn, already 12, right? Feels just like yesterday. But men, try and reduce your use of plastic. If it's BPA free, be even more. Be. I'm not gonna say don't avoid plastic because that's impossible, right? Plastic's everywhere, but I will say try your best, right? If you see something that's BPA free and it's still like a plastic, it's still a phthalate. It's still an endocrine disruptor. It messes with your endocrine system, right? You need your endocrine system to produce testosterone, right? It's a steroid hormone. You need cholesterol for your steroid hormones to make pregnenolone, and then you get your other kinds of hormones, right? That's how it works. You gotta eat fat to get cholesterol, right? Some say it makes an impact, no impact, but LDL goes up and down, so I think there's more mechanisms to that we just don't entirely understand, which is fine, but as we know, eating more fat's good for you. Eating a lot of carbs, eating seed oils, that's going to glycate you and oxidize your body, and then you get the problems arising from that. So men, reduce plastic. Drink bottles out of glass. If you get a water bottle, They have a lot of nice glass water bottles now. So get a glass water bottle because a plastic one, not from Texas, the sun is hot. Maybe put your bottle in the car. It's going to accumulate some of that plastic and you're going to drink plastic. There's a study that came out not too long ago talked about how people accumulate or crap out about a credit card size amount of plastic every week, which is pretty crazy. A lot of plastic. And I mean, it's not like we're eating plastic on purpose. It's just from naturally living. We get this accumulation of plastic that amounts to the size of a credit card. So, men, the best you can do in this world is to mitigate poison, mitigate toxins, mitigate endocrine disruptors. That's all you can really do. Just mitigate and do your best. Men, eat more meat. Eat fatty cuts of meat in the beginning. You want to help your testosterone build up. You need to have cholesterol. You need to have meat. I think maybe getting people very low cholesterol might be detrimental when it comes to producing hormones. Because again, you need a precursor. You get the fat, then you get the cholesterol. After cholesterol, you have pregnenolone. And then from there, it might decides all the different hormones you need, right? So if you take one out, you have less of another. Because the body can, to an extent, synthesize cholesterol. But if you eat more fat, that'll help your body, right? But if you're producing too little hormones that you might need, right? Whenever you're very stressed out and you're focusing on making cortisol, right? Because we got to look, right? The body has a lot of hormones, glucagon, insulin, and of course, you have thyroid, and some are amino acid based, some are more fatty based. You know, going back to thyroid, you need tyrosine for that one. You need some zinc for that one, B6, of course. So you need things for your body to function properly, right? Going back to plastics, men, shampoo might be fucking you up just as it fucks up women. Why might this be? Well, first of all, you're doing, the Old Spice, that kind of thing. Your conventional shampoos. There might be what do you call it? Endocrine disruptor chemicals in there that might be detrimental to your total well-being. So watch out for that. Try and find something healthy, something good, something clean, something natural. Again, I don't make recommendations to skincare products because we're all different. It vastly differs for people. We have our preference. But of course, anything you find at the store, it's gonna suck. It does suck. It's terrible. So go to ewg.com/skin. I think that's the link, and go to men's care and find a good shampoo, find a good body wash, find good products for your skin that aren't going to be poisonous, that aren't going to disrupt your endocrine, not going to make you toxic, not going to have heavy metals, not going to make you feel bad, right? No phthalates, no sodium lauryl sulfate, right? None of that crap. So find something EWG verified. They tend to be high quality products. You'll find conditioner too, and other things. So guys, again, your toiletries, make sure they're healthy. Same thing with aluminum. Don't do aluminum deodorant. That stuff is poison. It's a heavy metal. You're literally coating your armpits in heavy metal, and then you don't sweat. If you can't sweat, how do you detox? You know, if you can't detox through your liver or your kidney, it goes out through the skin, and you get a ton of acne. Or you might get autoimmunity like eczema or psoriasis or something like chicken skin. It happens differently for a lot of people, but depending on you and who you are, it'll vary. So, guys, again, let's be healthy. Then let's get the liver working again, right? You want to reduce the amount of poison you put into your body. If you reduce the amount of poison, then you can take out more poison, right? You detox more poison, right? It's like if you eat a lot, and you're trying to lose weight, you're not gonna lose weight because you're eating so much. You want to reduce the amount of things you're eating so you can lose more weight. Go to lipolysis, burn that energy to use for energy because you need energy. That's kind of how it works. Pretty simple. But yeah, detoxing. You could definitely end tox or get too much toxicity in you and kind of shut down your immune system, right? Because then it has to go into storage mode to store your toxins, bioaccumulate, and deliver into the fat. And if you have a lot of toxicity and you're fat, you might get stubborn fat, and you might have a liver that's congested, overburdened. And we don't really want to do that, right? We want to have a well-oiled machine of a body to help detox ourselves. So, guys, again, clean toiletries, avoid plastic, get a nice glass bottle. Glass is great. It's pretty pure. You won't get plastic from that. Beware of things that are. I'll say it again. BPA free. Just because it says it's BPA free, and I'm gonna make this point many times, it's not BPA free. There's BPA Z, BPZ, BPB, BPO, BPFAS, and so on. So it's just more different chemicals, which may be way more toxic because they're made differently. End of the day, still plastic, still toxic. So avoid that. If you do that, you might feel better. You might feel more manly. You might get your sex drive again. Your erectile dysfunction might go away. It depends, right? There's a lot of factors at play disrupting men. Men, I only like Liver King, or some of you like Balls Valentino, but don't eat liver. Liver is so fucking toxic. Kidney, very toxic too. A lot of vitamin A. An ounce has way too much vitamin A. Like, way too much. It's ridiculous. You're gonna detox yourself. It's called hypervitaminosis A. I don't sell liver supplements or any supplements, so I can say whatever I want because I'm not bought or sold. So, guys, don't buy liver supplements. Don't eat a pound of liver. Don't eat liver. Animals bioaccumulate a ton of vitamin A when they're unhealthy, and then that has a ton of vitamin A. We eat that vitamin A, and you get sick. It takes a while, but I did a video on Accutane. So if you look at that video on Accutane, well, I think it's just an audio, right? But listen to the audio, and it sucks when people go through. But if you eat a lot of liver, right, your skin starts peeling. You start burning in the sun. You lose libido. Men, if you're not healthy, the number one indicator as a man that you're not healthy is you have no libido. You should have libido. You should be a raging monster, but of course, keep it in check. Be respectful. If you just don't have a libido, you just don't feel anything, uh, yeah, you might be toxic. You might have a problem with, yourself, right? Might be low in zinc, low in selenium, which men we need for testosterone and you need for detox. So men, you might need more zinc than women. Again, I'm a man who loves zinc picolinate. Don't do too much or you might feel bad. Again, everybody's a different person. Some people do great with 30, 30 the max, I would say. 20, 10, 5, 15. Test out, what's good for you, right? Because we all react differently. Some need more zinc. I eat a lot of zinc from eating a ton of beef, right? So I don't need as much, but because I know I'm detoxing and I need to help my body with this excess of toxicity to get rid of the world we live in today, then yeah, I'm gonna take 15, 20 milligrams of zinc, and I won't go over 30 because I don't want to do consistent blood work to check my zinc levels. But some people are doing good with 1 gram, 5 grams, 10 grams. So test the zinc and see how you feel. If you feel like shit, you overdid it, because then it's a rate limited reaction. So the more you put in, the more you get out of it. So man, if you do too much zinc, you're gonna feel like shit. Don't do copious amounts like 50 or 100, and you mess up your zinc copper ratio. I'm not a TikTok guy. I do videos just to, you know, show I do Christian consulting. I help people. But I would see that the dumbest fucking shit ever. And that was guys making a stack, right? If you're a bodybuilder, they call it a stack, right? What supplements to take. So someone put together a stack about blowing the biggest loads in your life. And guys, it's gonna make you sick. It's gonna make you kind of toxic. Too much zinc is bad, right? Too much of anything is bad, right? That's why I talk about my liver is bad. My kidney is bad, right? When you eat these organs, they're quite awful. They're called awful, by the way. That's a nickname for organs. Because they just have way too much vitamin A. And many of you do way too much zinc. Someone did like 100 milligrams, 150 milligrams. And they felt pretty horrible after a while. Low energy, that kind of thing. Men don't do dumb shit. L-arginine, you don't need that. Eat some beef. That's really what men need. What everybody needs. We're carnivores, we're hyper carnivores, but be mindful we live in a toxic world, so you might need other things too to include in your diet for your bio individualized, personalized approach. You know, we're all different, so we need things that are different than others. But beef is always good. Lamb's always good. Chicken's okay. Low in zinc though. I just think beef is superior. Bison's good too. If you're into that, more power to you. So guys, let's recap. Because man, your time is precious. What do you do? Get more zinc. There we go. It's crazy. It was gone. Get more zinc. Important. Eat more beef. Reduce the use of plastics and phthalates and that kind of thing, right? Then, what else did it say? Don't do TRT. You might get a blood clot. I wouldn't want that on you. What else, man? This one. What does this one do? Okay, let's talk about it. Don't eat things that are estrogenic. I'm not a big plant guy. Some people do great with it. Others do okay with it. And what I find interesting, right, is guys, don't do a bunch of herbs. Don't do a bunch of plants. If you want to do cruciferous veggies, that's okay. They're least worst. Avoid spinach, avoid kale. That stuff sucks, but cruciferous veggies are good. A bit of fruit can go a long way. Bananas are good for you. The potassium in there is excellent. So guys, you also need to work out, right? Important. Not just cardio, doing a little cute bike like a Peloton. No, 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 guys. You want to get your muscles going, right? Get bigger, get stronger, but don't go ham, don't go crazy. Do strength training, lift weights. That's one of the best ways to also help you increase testosterone. Don't do steroids. That's fucking stupid. It's horrible for you. Guys, don't do that. Like TRT, don't do that. We're going to help you long term, over time, maybe 1 to 3 years, depending on your environment, how much money you make, what your stress level is, how you are, and naturally increase your testosterone. Because, guys, we are facing a crisis. Men are like hitting what 300 NGs. I mean, that's low as fuck. You need to be at least 800 or 1,000. There's some tribes that are like 1,500. You know, I think the cavemen had like 2,000 or Neanderthals or whatever. So we're low. We need testosterone, guys. I think that's one of the epidemics in America we're not talking about, right? I think that's why people like Jordan B. Peterson, he's in a way a father to many men that are fatherless. Good advice, a model of something to follow. Make your bed, guys. I'm not a big fan, but I appreciate what he does for making men take control of their life. But again, there's a mental aspect and a physiological aspect to men. Testosterone, it gives you that drive. You need that drive to do things. Men that are low T do not live on Netflix. They're like vampires. Guys, go outside. Get sun. You need sun. Be more social. Talk to people. You can try your best, but if your testosterone's low, let's help get it up there, right? High testosterone gives you high drive. You want to do things, man. You make yourself want to do things because you have higher testosterone. That's why men did shit all the time back then. And maybe they were drunk too, of course. Don't drink, of course. Bad for your liver, of course, like I always say. But guys, if you feel like you lost drive, low libido, that kind of thing, then please take some of my advice. It'll go a long way. Truly, it will. It goes a long way. Because we need time to detox, time to get healthy, time to get our body supported with nutrition, to not be deficient in things we need. Men, we are in an epidemic of low testosterone. Stop eating junk food. Stop eating Taco Bell. Stop eating garbage. Don't eat things that are going to hurt you in the long run. You guys can all be amazing. You guys can be role models. You guys can be truly magnificent people that belong on a mountain with your face sculpted because you did something great, because you discovered something great, because we were great. Men were great. Men aren't great anymore. We're sad, we're pathetic, we're low T, a lot more estrogen. Guys, estrogen is not good for men. Women need estrogen. Although men do have a certain low amount of estrogen, all these xenoestrogens are making us more womanly. And not in a good way, On a, oh, I'm very kind and generous and sweet. No, no, men. Uh, there's a study that showed if men had testosterone with higher estrogen, they were maniacs, angry. People like to think men with high testosterone are shitty, they're assholes, they're, mean, they're, like roid rage, right? An example, roid rage. When guys take steroids and you get roid rage, they also have a lot of estrogen. So when you have testosterone and estrogen, the ratio shouldn't be as high as they are. Men should have low estrogen and high T. If you have high testosterone, you're gonna be like a Zen master. You're gonna be at peace, more forthcoming. You're gonna believe in your thoughts. You're not gonna be sheep. You can forge your own destiny. You will follow your own path with your brothers because, guys, for some reason, people that are a little more estrogenic or easier to trick, easier to fool, you out there who's eating oat lattes and plant-based and vegetarian and vegan, you're the naively. So men, become a fighter, become stronger, become who you were meant to be. You were meant to have high testosterone, low estrogen, to be strong, to be a gentle giant, to help people, to become a pillar of your community. Men, I'm here to help you. Not a lot of people out there helping men with their testosterone. They say take TRT or take this bullshit herb or take this, take that, take horny goat weed, tonkat alley, take these things. But guys, it's kind of like TRT. It's a drug-like induced effect. Take ashwagandha. There's something called a time paradox. You take ashwagandha, yeah, your testosterone went up. But guys, after a while taking it, your T goes back down. Why? Because it's not a nutrient. It's not necessarily a nutrient. It's an herb. Herbs are drug-like effects. So guys, if you take ashwagandha, you gotta cycle it. But I don't do ashwagandha. You don't need it. You need to focus on your diet, vitamins, minerals, eating more fat, eating more protein, getting fit. Guys, if you're fat, right, lose weight. Because if you're fat, for some reason, people have more estrogen. Or if you have a lot of estrogen, it gets you more fat at the same time. They both kind of correlate, so that's kind of weird. But now that you know this, man, work and just don't listen to the body gurus. Look at the body. Look at the body. This is my proof. This is my evidence. I'm ripped. I'm swole. Guys, there's a lot more to that. You have your mental facilities. You have your spiritual facilities. You have your bodily facilities. And within your body facilities, you have the inner part, which is your health. So, guys, you could be like dog shit. You could eat a bad diet. You can still be ripped and swole and look, like a badass Chad. But, man, at the end of the day, look for the root cause. If you don't follow the root cause, then why do you think you're not getting better? We want to help you get a lifestyle in which you can be amazing all the time, be great all the time. For the most part, we all want to be great. We all want to be amazing. But guys, you got to put in the work. And if you want a consultation with me, I'll help you. It's easy. I know this. I can help you. I know it's difficult, right? Who do you listen to? There's a shit ton of health gurus out there. You got Liver King, you got Paul Saladino, and they're becoming toxic. And mark my words, at one point, they ate a lot of liver, right? 20 pounds of liver, and now they're getting sick. Their skin is like a reddish orange, you know? To me, it's like vitamin A toxicity. I don't wish anyone unwellness. I don't wish anything bad on people, but everything has a consequence, and I'm telling you, we're going to see something blow up pretty soon for them. And I pray to God that they realize things before then and stop selling toxic liver supplements. Guys, you can overdo any supplement, you can overdo any vitamin, any mineral, and feel bad. You can overdo B vitamins, feel great, and then tank later on and have no energy. The body is interesting because although B vitamins are water soluble, you can to an extent store them and feel shit. So guys, this is a very difficult world to traverse through. It's filled with mazes and people who don't want you to succeed. I want you to succeed. I want you to naturally, with lifestyle, diet, and nutrition, change your life. You change your life, you'll feel better. You're going to want to be the next best version of you. And I can help you get to that point. Because, yeah, we all want to be men. We all want to be family. All want to have a good wife. All want to have children. Want to leave behind a legacy. And we want to be the best at what we do, right? Be the best accountant, best nutritionist, best warrior, right? If you're in the military. Be the best gardener, I don't know, man. Best janitor. I know we don't think janitor, but, I respect those guys. Guys, you can become the best version of you and of what you do. Do you want to be a Zen-like warrior? High T, low estrogen. Don't do TRT or supplements because they'll get you higher T that's going to tank at some point, then estrogen that's going to stay raised, and you're going to be this weird little monster that's angry all the time and, snap at people. That's not what a man does. A man will never snap at people. A man is stoic, reserved, well mannered. And we've got to be a beast, we'll be a beast. But if you can't contain the beast within you, you got a problem, man. Let me help you. I'm here to help men. I'm focused on thyroid for women, focused on liver health for women and men, and nicotine survivors, and people who lose weight, and diabetes, you name it. Sleep. I can help all y'all, right? But for each episode I do, I have to focus on certain aspects, and men, you need a lot of help. Men lead the country, men lead the world, men lead everything. And behind every great man is a good woman. Men, pick a good woman. Please take your time. Don't rush into something. Find someone good because behind every great man is a even greater woman. And she's going to have to raise her children. So men, be smart. Don't be dumb. And once you do this, and you feel better and manlier and stronger and high libido, don't think with this. Don't. Always think with your brain, your mind. Because men have willpower and we're strong. So that starts thinking for you down there. Override it. You have the higher brain, the higher head. Men were maybe animals, maybe beasts, humans, right? But through our brain, our willpower, sheer force, tools, innovations, or inventions, we became apex predators. We have civilization. We have communities, cities. Crazy. We've been a lot through the last 2,000 years, and now we're might be seeing a decline. I don't know, man. I'm a pessimist, but a positive pessimist with an optimistic outlook in life. So the future will be good. It'll be great. It'll be better. But we need men to step up and be leaders. And how are we be leaders if men are broken with bad nutrition, bad diet, bad advice, band-aid solutions that are going to break at some point? That band-aid always comes off. There's no quick pill fix. There just isn't, men. So I'm going to help you. And I want to help you. Because it's my duty as a nutritional theory practitioner to make my community better, and I'm part of the community of men. And men, we need to be better and become better because whether you know it or not, people don't want men to succeed and become the best. Because a man will stand up and fight when things are wrong. Men are going to stand up and fight, right? Whether it's your school board or at a meeting or you see something wrong happening, men will always step up to the plate. But if men don't have that high testosterone and low estrogen and that physical fitness, then No one's stepping up to the plate, and we're being taken advantage of as a society, as a civilization of people who do not want the best for us. So again, men, what to talk about? Get more zinc, eat more meat. Okay, this is good. This is great. Eat more fat. You need higher testosterone. Men, exercise, lose weight, strength training. This is the way. You lose the most fat. Do a little bit of cardio that can help too, but always put it with strength training. You want more lean muscle mass. Third, stop drinking out of plastics. Phthalates or BPA, right? They sell glass containers, very cheap. They sell glass bottles, very cheap. A tip: if you're from Texas or anywhere hot, don't drink a water bottle that's plastic in the hot sun. It's leaching all them chemicals that are plastic, and it's gonna tank your testosterone, guys. So, three. What's the next one? Don't do TRT. Guys, that's pathetic. Another bendy solution. And on top of this, don't do the herbs. It doesn't help you. Tribulis terrestris, don't take these mel enhancement things. They don't work. They're short term, and then the bendy comes off, right? Don't take L-arginine. Don't take copious amounts of zinc, right? No more than 30 milligrams of zinc picolinate, okay? I'm warning y'all. Don't overdo it. Because men, zinc helps you not only for your hair, skin, nails, testosterone, but also for detoxing. So you may detox a little more. And if you do it too much, you're going to feel bad. So you want to find a nice, gentle pace with your zinc to not overly detox and feel bad, okay? Because we got some toxic shit in our bodies from pollution and whatever, and you might feel that wrath. So be cautious and be careful. Men, again, I'm doing it for you, doing it for us, doing it for a better world. We're forgotten. We are forgotten. But men are tough and resilient and stoic. This is why we are forgotten. So this is a silent epidemic. It's a silent cry. So men, mentally, also, we lack father figures. You know, our fathers leave us, or we have shitty examples of men that were shitty examples of men because of past shitty men before them, and they emulate what they know. So men, don't emulate crap. Don't emulate garbage. Be better, be smarter, be stronger. It starts with diet and health and nutrition. If you don't do these things, you're never gonna get better. You're gonna be stuck inside and becoming nothing. So men, I'm gonna help you. Take my advice. If you need more help, intricate help, right? You have other problems, I'll help you. Again, I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner, and book an appointment with me. I want to help you. Because guys, I'm also a guy. I'm seen where you all are, and we've all been there. We gotta survive this low T epidemic because of our great grandpas had high T, and our grandpas had less T, and now we have much more less T with our generation. What's the next generation gonna look like? Are they gonna be androgynous? Are they gonna be manly? They're gonna be some weird human thing? I don't know. If we're at 300, what does 150 look like? What does 100 look like? What does 50 look like? And I've noticed this. Look at pictures of, kind of like I talk about Schwarzenegger, right? How high school he looked like a big guy, and the people next to him in high school photos look like children. Kind of funny, right? But there's gotta be some truth to this, right? You look at pictures of men from the 50s and 60s in their high school photos, they look like fucking men. They're bigger, they're stronger, they're massive, bigger frame, bigger bones. They just look like men. They're manly. And now we're all kind of cute. We're smaller. Our brains are a little smaller. Uh, you know, I should have bigger, fatter, stronger bones and that kind of thing, right? Genetically speaking, right? So I'm stuck with what I got. But men, we could do our best. For when we have our children, they could be the men that we wish we could have been. Bigger, stronger, smarter. And men, as advice, don't have children until you're healthy. You can pass toxicity on to the children. Mothers, you too. before you have a kid, get healthy. This is important. We don't want a toxic generation, right? And guys, we gotta be smarter about this. We gotta look to solutions, real solutions, the root cause of things, right? Because if you have a good diet, good nutrition, you'll have good health. If you have good health, you'll feel better. You feel better, you're happy. You have the mental fortitude, you're gonna go through with things. You won't be sad, afraid, or have anxiety. Because man, we're stoic. We just go through things. We set our mind on something, a goal, a target, we hit it. So again, guys, 46 minutes. Not much more to talk about. Again, avoid a lot of these plant chemical compounds. Avoid the herbs. They're going to help you, or are supposed to help you. Because over time, it tanks. Some of these herbs, you get dependent on them, and if you don't take it, you have a lot more lower testosterone. So, guys, it's time. Take back who you are. Take back who you're supposed to be. Who you were supposed to be. I feel like our generation got robbed of higher testosterone because the world around us is toxic. Glyphosate, insecticides, pesticides, they all run into the land, into the water. Heavy metal from pollutions from factories, right? Cadmium, mercury, lead. Again, this affects us. It affects everyone. Into the land, into the ocean. So, men, thank you for watching. If you're a woman watching this, send it to your man. If you're a sister, send it to your brother. If you're a father, you should watch this too. We all deserve greater health, better health, because we want to make sure men come back to who they were supposed to be. Not weak, sad, and pathetic. We could get out of this so called fallen state and become the man we were supposed to be. Alright? So, men, good luck, follow my advice, and if you need some help, I'm here for you. Contact me, DM me, visit my website, book an appointment. I'm here for you. So, this was episode 12, I think. I'm gonna call it the men something. We'll see, right? But guys, take care, because you are indeed the future of America and of the world. We don't need weak men in Congress. Look at the shit they're doing. Corrupt and pathetic. A good, strong man is incorruptible, has morals, principles, will not throw his people under the bus. So, guys, again, take care and be amazing.